Howdy y'all, welcome back to Neat Junk. So earlier today, my wife and I went to an estate sale. We bought a bunch of stuff. This was quite the insane sort of manic panic. Load as much stuff as you can from this attic and get out kind of vibe. We paid $200 for everything, including some stuff my wife already took out. Kind of already separated a bunch of the stuff. We sell it on eBay full time, but we also sell at an antique booth, and a lot of this stuff, such as like the Speak and Spell, will go up in there. This phone. I just found some cassettes actually. Some of y'all might be familiar with bands such as NoFX, Rancid. You don't see that every day. And then yeah, so much cool stuff, y'all. Toys, 80's, and comic books. Mini comics here, what the heck. So yeah, we're just gonna go through kind of a bunch of this stuff here. There's so many people there grabbing so much amazing stuff out of this freaking attic. It was crazy, the amount of amazing stuff that we saw being taken out of there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got some good stuff as well, but I saw people with boxes of comics. Speaking of Dino Riders, y'all, I have been selling Dino Riders like absolute crazy on eBay. From the same guy who had the estate sale, he has a thrift store where he brought in a bunch of Dino Riders recently, and I've made a killing on them, and I'm still making a killing on those. In fact, let me go show you some of the stuff from that buy that we're currently pricing up for our antique booth. All of this from that one purchase I was just telling you about. So we're not usually this toy heavy. Usually we're more doing like ephemera and stuff lately, paper. But when we find deals such as this, you know, you can't pass up. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, for me, I don't see this stuff every day. I love to see it, don't get me wrong, but yeah, and then you got stuff like this. Oh, it's like, where do I even begin? But I'm gonna show you all like the kind of 1980s nostalgic stuff. X-Files, that's cool. A lot of 70s as well. I mean, it probably goes back, like, I don't know how far the collection goes back exactly, but I got some attic dust on there. Captain Carrot, I'm not familiar, but that's cool. Visionaries, I don't see that every day. I mean, we have number 1, giant sized, fabulous fantasy, whatever. So that could be good, but then again, you know, you gotta watch out for the condition of these things, you know. I mean, it's perfect for antique booth right there, that kind of stuff, but I just can't even imagine what was in those boxes. There's a couple other dealers in there, you know, taking long boxes out of those freaking, out of that freaking attic. No, but I got what I could. I think we did okay. Look at that nostalgia right there. A little before my time. I'm more of a Donkey Kong 64 kind of fella. Actually, if you see here, this is I have another video showing my N64 collection, but that was a little sneak preview there. And I also do videos, that's why I have my N64 right there. I do videos covering certain aspects of the N64. You can check those out on my channel, but that's awesome. Very cool. Wheels. So yeah, I mean, for this kind of stuff, a lot of that will go in the antique booth, but certain things are valuable, more valuable on eBay, I should say. So who knows where all these will end up, but also I love to see the matching set there. That'll look good in our shelf in the antique booth. Freaking, what's his face? You know who I'm talking about, Mr. Terminator, freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger. In fact, like, I'm watching YouTube right now. You should check this out if y'all don't know about Toy Federation, and they even have a podcast where they do silly likenesses. I think this would kind of fall under that category of like, yeah, kind of looks like him, but I guess that's pretty good. So, you know what? Next up, we'll get right into unboxing this little load of He-Man stuff here. Mostly He-Man as far as I can tell. There might be some accessories in here I kind of emptied out. There was like a bucket full of accessories that I just wanted to make sure we had some stuff to go through. But we have the, you know, traditional sort of like gunk, you know, but for the most part, I'm thinking they're mostly intact. The G.I. Joes are another story, but that's unfortunate right there, missing the leg. But, and I understand that some of these have variants, like Leech. I think that's his name, right? When I first started reselling, I put one of him up, one of the figures up of this guy, and he had the black belt, and I way undersold it. And somebody, I think, messaged me and was like, you know, you should probably relist that, and you know, so I canceled that sale. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I canceled that sale, but I did. And the person on the other end understood because, yeah, it was a rare figure. And I got probably $150 for the black belt at the time. I'm not sure how much the traditional brown belt one is going for these days. And honestly, with the He-Man movie coming up, this might be a very good lot to have on hand, especially in our antique booth. Is this the one that's supposed to smell? Kind of, I mean, I don't know. Isn't one supposed to smell like patchouli or something like that? I kind of did, I guess. It didn't smell totally like an attic necessarily. And that's not Rock Lords, is it? That's just the guy that looks like a rock, am I right? So 2 copies of him. You know, let me know what his name is in the comments. I'm curious. These are just so cool. So cool to see. And we're unboxing this for the first time. And oh my gosh. So this estate sale, we got there 45 minutes early. Usually this the guy opens up an hour, half hour early, so we were in that kind of like time zone, but basically there were people there waiting in line 2 hours early because this box here was actually full of wrestlers, LJN, kind of the bendy kind of rubber ones. And before I could get all the way upstairs, because I was kind of not first in line, there's another picker picking all the wrestlers out of this box. He didn't pick a single He-Man figure, it looks like, right? This is a Ninja Turtles figure as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, is this another Rock Lords figure? Y'all tell me in the comments. Rock Lords? Or is that He-Man? I mean, I know they all kind of just, in the 1980s, were going crazy with their designs, but, and I love them, but, and yeah, the condition, I feel like a lot of these are nice and tight. So far we have a few that, you know, whatever, like, might need a little work, such as, and I don't think that's her original cape, but it's cool. Ooh, I see Moss Man down there, my favorite. Any flocked kind of figure is definitely always going to be a favorite of mine. What's this guy's name? Let me know in the comments. That one's pretty cool as well. The Moss Man right now. I don't even know if I have Moss Man on my shelf anymore. I do have like a little ever revolving shelf of like figures and such. But maybe he belongs up there after all. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to feel about that. It's like money versus just a little happy place on the shelf, you know. Skeletor, nice and dirty, right on the bottom of the box. Running out of space here, but oh my gosh, look at this pile, huh? Beautiful stuff. Love to see it. What are all these guys' names in? And y'all, look at this. That is a collection right there. Instant collection. Y'all tell me which one's your favorite. You already know my favorite, Mr. Mossman. Mr. Mossman. At least I'm pretty sure that's his name, right? That's crazy. So we have, obviously, the legs to this gentleman down here. You know who I'm talking about. We got a little bit of armor to go with all this. See the accessories. Not sure if this goes with anything that we have. Snake Mountain. Okay, so yeah. I bought the Snake Mountain. Somebody else bought Castle Grayskull. So that we bought a piece to Castle Grayskull. Maybe I could. I know the gentleman actually. I mean, he's another picker, and he made out amazing. He got so much amazing stuff too. Everyone killed it there, and I'm happy for everyone. Transformers right there. Yuck, y'all. Alright, we're moving on. We're gonna look at these G.I. Joes and see what we got going on in here. And we'll make a separate box for them. I gotta have some flat boxes on hand. What the crazy part is here is too, I realized. So for all these G.I. Joes, there's a couple of layers. We also have the like file cards, or you see what I'm saying here? Somebody ripped these things apart. All the file cards are here. All the are these the file cards? We just have some like various aspects of the card backs. It's crazy, y'all. I'm not gonna go through all these on camera, but yeah. And I'm also wondering, we gotta, for our antique booth, we're gonna get a bigger glass case because we want to make these look good. We want to display them properly. Cool. Little weapon in there too. So I guess we'll just go through these layer by layer, and y'all tell me if there's any killer figures in here. So, I mean, for the most part, we're dealing with a lot of very like tail end of their threads of their O-rings here, but we're gonna actually probably invest in some O-rings actually, just to have on hand. We got my dog begging to go out, so we're gonna take a quick break before we continue on. All right, Beans, you can go lay down now. All right, we're back, and we're drinking some Fox Farm. If you're a Connecticut person, this is probably the only way you'll get it, but yeah, amazing stuff. My favorite in the area. Cheers. All right, what else do we got? Little windows can do pretty well. If you know, you know. I mean, all these accessories, y'all. If there's a rare one in here, you got money. I mean, I don't know what this is, but I like it. I like that little thing. Oh man, a couple of years ago, actually, I had like a want ad up for buying toys and such, and I've had a bunch of these sealed before. I mean, that I've had sealed with his vehicle. I've had a bunch of, I've had a couple of these guys sealed. I've had a couple of those sealed. I mean, y'all, that was one of the craziest buys I've ever had. If I could find a picture, I'll throw it up. I paid like $600 for a horrendous amount of Joes, all sealed, all 1980s. Craziness. That's cool. It feels like a patch or no, I don't know what that is. Everything has that sort of like gross layer to it as well. But once we get these O-rings, these things will be ready to roll. I like him. I like this guy. What's his name, y'all? Tell me in the comments, because I think we got a favorite. I think I see a theme going on here. I think I see a theme going on here. My two favorites. All right, moving on. 2 more layers to this. No, all right, this is the final layer here. Okay, we did a bunch of layers. Craziness though. You can see we were truly in an attic. I probably should have filmed a little bit at the estate sale, but it's like, this is the good stuff though. I mean, this is what you want to see. Even though they're all quote unquote broken, they're not really damaged per se. You know, I mean, I see a lot of O-rings that need replacing, but I also see a lot of like fingers that are intact, and I see a lot of accessories we can put these guys with, so that is exciting. And I picked this up because I figured it was next to them, and I know that occasionally they have animals that go with the figures, so this was kind of odd, a little Remco piece, so I'm not sure what that goes with, but we got it. 1980 something Remco. Once again, love to see these guys. Perfect for the antique booth, unless it's crazy money. But yeah, a lot of cleaning to do if any of these are worth cleaning. To be honest, I'm not really even sure. I'll put this stuff in there. A couple more figures. That looks like what could go, maybe go in there. I don't know. Let's see what that guy's all about. Let's put it in there. Yep. Snake Mountain. Oh, I had pieces set aside because I knew that this goes with Snake Mountain. I know that this goes with Snake Mountain. And it's not very complete, if you were curious, but it will look nice in the antique booth once it's all cleaned up, I gotta say. Go through this quickly just in case y'all are wondering. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to show y'all today. I mean, we're constantly buying, constantly selling. Oh, and on the way out, I was like, man, can I give you 20 bucks for this? Like, my wife was waiting in the car, and I was like, I gotta walk in and see if he'll take 20 for the whole box there. Junk wax, y'all, as far as I know, but hey, there could be something in here. I don't know. From the very bottom, like, it's thick, it's deep. And what I do with a lot of these cards is, anyway, if they're not worth anything, I'll throw them in a postcard sleeve when I sell a postcard, just as extra, you know, packing material. I guess I should probably mention the rest of the stuff we bought too. A bunch of, my wife likes the old Mercury, I think she was saying, sort of style ornaments. And then we're gonna keep this one. Sort of reminds us of our dog. Beans, as you just met. Curious ephemera. I like ephemera. Y'all like ephemera? Dukes of Hazzard ephemera, Etch-a-Sketch. That's kind of weird, right? You see that Etch-a-Sketch logo on the bottom? Have to pick stuff up like that. You know, at a place like this, you can't look anything up. Like this strength and weight training, who knows? Somebody might want this. I put it in the pile because, look, when you're there, you're in the buying mood, and the prices are going to be right. You know that you just gotta make moves like this. I was like, what the hell am I looking at? But as I know, they're like pasted on a piece of paper, but still so cool that I figured if there maybe is a rare one on here, maybe it could be worth something. And I was telling you about the ephemera. Obviously, we got a bunch of ephemera here, including these full books of, you know, military stuff. Just all this type of stuff that we sell on eBay full time. Beatles things might go up on the what's it called, in my garage, because they're so worn, but I just thought that was so cool to find. Yeah, more ephemera in here. And I like how the bag had a Waterbury sort of connection connection because we sell a lot of Waterbury stuff on eBay, the local nearby town, and a lot of amazing vintage clothing that I pointed my wife towards because there's so much to see at this place. The attic was boiling hot, but like I said, there's enough to go around. I mean, you know, I saw somebody leave with a Nintendo entertainment system. We got this mirror though. It's gonna sell for almost 200 bucks in the antique booth alone. Gonna cover everything we bought today. So anyway, y'all, I guess I'll end the video here, but we love that you checked it out with us. Can't wait to see what kind of value we have, and I think this was $200 well spent, especially considering a lot of this will go in our antique booth and be on display at Collinsville in the Collinsville Antique Center. If you ever, I think that's what it's called. We're like booth 37 there, one of the bigger booths, so check us out. All right, y'all, and also check out eBay in case you're looking for some of this stuff. We might have it. So anyway, y'all, neat junk. Peace out. I'm gonna get myself out of this pile of toys somehow. Trust me.